Rajasthan High Court resumes hearing on the Speaker's notice against the Sachin Pilot camp. Decision over Speaker's action against rebel MLAs likely. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot claims support of 109 MLAs. BJP says it is being unnecessarily dragged into the matter. AIIMS Delhi begins process of human clinical trials of the indigenously developed COVID-19 vaccine Covaxin. Over 2,000 people offer to join the vaccine trial from Delhi and NCR region. India has over 7 lakh recoveries from COVID-19. Flood situation continues to improve in Assam. Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal assesses on-ground flood situation, while flood situation in Bihar remains grim in 8 most affected districts. Major rivers still flowing above the danger mark at many places. COVID-19 cases continue to rise globally. More than 1,44 lakh cases reported. Death toll crosses 6,04,000. Nigeria's foreign minister tests positive for COVID-19. And in sports, Chelsea beat Manchester United 3-1 to reach the FA Cup final. Will meet Arsenal in the Summit clash on 1st August. Lewis Hamilton wins the Hungarian Grand Prix from lights to flag. Top spot in the title race after third Formula One race of the season. 6-time Formula One champion becomes the first driver to complete a hat-trick of wins in Hungary. Good morning. Welcome to English News. I am Anil Thomas. Now for the stories in detail. Starting first up with Rajasthan. The 10-day-long political drama in Rajasthan is expected to reach the climax today. Hearing on the petition filed by Sachin Pilot and 18 other Congress MLAs against disqualification notices issued to them by the Assembly Speaker is underway before the Jaipur bench of the Rajasthan High Court. Chief Justice Indrajit Mohanty and Justice Prakash Gupta are hearing the matter. The court's ruling is likely to decide the Speaker's action against rebel MLAs and also pave the way for a special session of Rajasthan Assembly. Court has refrained the Speaker CP Joshi to take any punitive action against the rebel MLAs till Tuesday. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has been claiming he has the support of 109 MLAs, enough to prove his party's majority in the House. Rajasthan leader of opposition GC Kataria has clearly said that BJP has never demanded floor test and not even demanding it now. He added that the party will take the decision as and when required. He added that BJP has been unnecessarily dragged into this matter.
हाईकोर्ट में जो केस इस समय चल रहा है 19 विधायकों को अयोग्य घोषित करने के बारे में स्पीकर को जो नोटिस था उस पर सुनवाई चल रही है, वो फैसला होने के बाद मैं सोचता हूँ इस बारे में कोई आगे बढ़ने का रास्ता खुलेगा। बीजेपी ने पहले भी प्रोटेस्ट के लिए न हमने मांग की, न हम अभी भी नहीं कर रहे हैं।
Well, for more on the story, Dharmesh Bhatia, correspondent, joining us from Jaipur. Dharmesh, good morning. Dharmesh, what are the scenes outside the court there? Has the hearing process begun? And how are both the camps reacting?
हाँ बिल्कुल अनिल, आपने ठीक कहा। जहां तक राजस्थान उच्च न्यायालय में ये जो स्पीकर के नोटिस को लेकर सुनवाई का मसला है वो आज शुरू हो चुका है। जहां तक जो पहले का मसला है उसके अंदर सचिन पायलट की ओर से जो है ऑलरेडी अपनी दलीलें रखी जा चुकी है। उनके गुट की ओर से जो दलील थी, उनका मानना था कि जो स्पीकर ने हमें नोटिस दिया है वो वैधानिक नहीं है और अभी तक हमने ऐसी कोई बात नहीं की। और उनका दूसरा मानना यह था कि स्पीकर नोटिस जब सेशन शुरू होता है, जब विधानसभा चल रही होती है, तभी वो नोटिस या व्हिप जो है वो मान्य होता है। जहां तक विधानसभा अध्यक्ष की ओर से अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी आपने अपनी दलील रख दी है और जो बाकी बची हुई दलीलें हैं वो आज रखी जा रही हैं। इसके अलावा जो मुख्य सचेतक हैं महेश जोशी, उन्होंने भी इसमें पार्टी बनने के लिए एक अपनी एप्लीकेशन दी थी। वो एप्लीकेशन मंजूर कर ली गई है और उस एप्लीकेशन की मंजूरी के बाद आज उसको उस पर नोटिस लिया जाएगा और साथ साथ ये देखा जाएगा कि कितनी मेरिट है इसके अंदर। दोनों ही पक्ष अपनी अपनी दलीलें रख रहे हैं। अब देखना यह है कि न्यायालय जो है वो किसके पक्ष में फैसला करता है। अनिल,
Okay, is there a plan B when it comes to Ashok Gehlot? Now that if, it's an hypothetical situation I'm putting you in, but if Sachin Pilot and the 18 MLAs get a reprieve from the Rajasthan High Court, what's the plan B that Ashok Gehlot has?
देखिए, जहां तक विधानसभा सत्र के बुलाने की बात को लेकर जैसे राज्यपाल से भी वो मिले हैं, लेकिन इसकी एक नियम है, उसकी एक प्रक्रिया है, जो मिनिमम जो है 14 दिन पहले या कम से कम 21 दिन तक पहले आपको नोटिस देना होता है, तभी विधानसभा सत्र बुलाया जा सकता है। इमरजेंसी में या आपातकालीन परिस्थिति के अंदर, विशेष परिस्थितियों के अंदर ही जो है आप विधानसभा सत्र अचानक बुला सकते हैं। तो ये सब जो है राज्यपाल और इसके ऊपर निर्भर करेगा कि आखिर क्या फैसला, क्या निर्णय राज्यपाल लेते हैं। तो मुख्यमंत्री हालांकि वो दावा कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने 102 विधायकों की अपनी सूची भी पेश की है, लेकिन ये तो आने वाला समय बताएगा कि वो जो वाकई में सूची पेश कर रहे हैं या वो जो दावा कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर वाकई में कितने लोग उनके साथ हैं, ये तो आने वाले समय में ही पता लग पाएगा। अनिल,
Okay. Also a quick update there on the Sachin Pilot camp. Sachin Pilot did make a mention that Rajasthan police is hounding them in Haryana. What's the status of their camp? How confident are they of, getting a reprieve?
देखिए, जहां तक सचिन पायलट गुट का सवाल है, जो कोर्ट में जो उन्होंने दलील दी थी या कोर्ट में उनका जो मानना था कि जो नोटिस हमें दिया गया है खास करके विधानसभा अध्यक्ष के द्वारा, वो नियम और प्रक्रियाओं के अंतर्गत नहीं दिया गया है। और उनका कहना यह था कि जो ये नोटिस मिला है, ये नोटिस तभी मान्य है या तभी इसके ये कानूनी रूप से प्रभावशाली हो सकता है जब विधानसभा सत्र चल रहा हो, और विधानसभा सत्र के दौरान अगर हम कोई पार्टी विरोधी गतिविधियां या वो करते हैं, तभी विधानसभा अध्यक्ष हमें नोटिस जारी कर सकते हैं। तो जहां तक उनके अपने दावों का सवाल है, वो बड़े उनका ये मानना है कि ये जो नोटिस है ये नियमों के अनुसार नहीं है। और जहां तक एसओजी और सीआईडी सीबी की कार्रवाई है, ये उनका मानना है कि राजनीति से प्रेरित है और कहीं ना कहीं दबाव की राजनीति बनाने के लिए ये सारी की सारी जो है प्रक्रिया को अपनाया जा रहा है मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत द्वारा। अनिल,
Okay. Also a quick word, is there any other window other than a floor test? Ashok Gehlot has been claiming with the 2 MLAs support that he's got 109 MLAs, up his sleeve. Is there any other window, other than a floor test through which the government can prove a majority, or what Sachin Pilot claims, the government is in a minority?
देखिए, डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर सबसे बड़ी चीज जो है वो है संख्या बल। कौन सा संख्या बल किसके साथ है और बहुमत के साथ है, यह महत्वपूर्ण है। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है, दोनों ही जो पक्ष हैं वो उनके अपने अपने दावे हैं। तो आखिर जो निर्णय होगा वो तो विधानसभा के पटल पर ही होगा, या जो ब्रेकअवे ग्रुप है वो कितने लोगों को एकत्रित कर पाता है या वो कितने लोगों को सामने पेश कर पाता है, उस पर निर्भर करेगा। इसलिए आज की जो परिस्थिति है, जो अशोक गहलोत है उनका अपना दावा है कि 102 विधायक उनके साथ हैं, लेकिन अब देखने वाली बात यह है कि अगर मान लीजिए विधानसभा सत्र आता है और कितने विधायक उनके साथ रहते हैं, ये तो विधानसभा के पटल पर ही तय हो पाएगा। अनिल,
Okay, we'll leave it there, but we'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this particular story, which is going to be one of the top focus across the day on what happens in this battle between Ashok Gehlot and the Sachin Pilot camp, and what could be the reprieve that the Sachin Pilot camp is looking to get from the Rajasthan High Court, and will he manage to get it today? Moving on, the All India Institute of Medical Science has begun the process of conducting human clinical trials of the indigenously developed COVID-19 vaccine Covaxin from today. Over 2,000 people have contacted AIIMS for the human trial. This includes 850 emails, 500 messages, while the rest are received or responses that they have received through telephone calls. Some of those who have applied have been called today for the health checkup. Corona as well as liver test will be undertaken before these candidates are selected for the trial, out of which only 5 people will be administered the vaccine through injection. A total of 100 volunteers between the age group of 18 to 55 years of age will be part of this crucial human trial. Healthy participants will, with no comorbidities and without a history of COVID-19, will be selected. People from only Delhi and NCR will be able to take up this particular trial. In all, 2 doses of vaccine will be given with a gap of 2 weeks. The emphasis, however, remains on safety and screening, with ICMR scientists keeping a constant vigil on the matter. People can register to become volunteers by dialing the number 074 288 47499 or email at ctaims.covid19@gmail.com. 2 vaccines developed in India were given approval for human trials by the DGCI. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has said that with this, the fight against COVID has entered a decisive phase. Well, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the actual load of cases or active cases in India stand at 3,90,450. Medical attention is being provided to all the active cases either in home isolation or in hospitals for severe cases. The number of recovered cases has further increased to 7,86,000 people being cured or being discharged from hospitals. The difference between recovered and active cases is progressively growing. It stands at 3,09,627 today. 27,497 patients have died due to COVID so far. The focused efforts of the centre, state and union territory governments on efficient clinical management of hospitalized cases have ensured that India's case fatality rate has come down to 2.45%. The latest testing strategy of ICMR allows all registered medical practitioners to recommend testing. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, 1,40,47,908 samples were tested for COVID-19 so far, out of which 2,56,039 samples were tested on Sunday. Time now to take a look at the worst affected states from COVID-19 in the country. First up, Maharashtra, which continues to be the epicenter. 9,518 COVID-19 cases recorded on Sunday. This is the highest spike in a single day so far. Maharashtra's tally has already breached the 3 lakh mark on Sunday. The state of Maharashtra has so far reported 3,10,455 cases. Further, 258 deaths were reported in the past 24 hours and a total of 3,906 patients were discharged over the weekend. Meanwhile, State Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has reiterated that religious, social and political gatherings will remain prohibited in the state in view of the rising infection in view of Eid and Ganesh Chaturthi. Addressing collectors and municipal commissioners via a virtual meeting, Uddhav Thackeray called for replication of the Dharavi model at other places in the state to control the COVID-19 outbreak. Moving down south in Tamil Nadu, a record 4,979 persons tested positive for COVID-19 on Sunday. Besides, 78 deaths and 4,059 patients recovered in the past 24 hours. The total number of cases in Tamil Nadu stand at 1,70,693. In Delhi, 1,211 new positive cases and 31 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. 1,860 patients recovered in the national capital on Sunday, and the total number of positive cases now stand at 1,22,793. Various states are taking tough measures to increase the recovery rate as well as to stop the spread of the pandemic. Jammu District Authorities has announced a complete weekend lockdown beginning from July 24 to prevent the spread of COVID-19 cases that has witnessed a spike over the past week. District Development Commissioner ordered lockdown from 6 p.m. on all Fridays till 6 a.m. on all Mondays beginning from July 24th. There shall be complete restriction on the movement of individuals, vehicles and all activities within the entire jurisdiction of District Jammu except the movement for emergency medical requirements. Meanwhile, J&K Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu has appealed to the people to take all precautionary measures and to follow the SOPs issued by the government to prevent the transmission of the upsurge in the COVID-19 pandemic cases. Moving to Goa. In Goa, the government has decided to continue lockdown for Morugao Taluka till 6 a.m. till 24th of July for the containment of COVID-19. Rest of Goa will follow the night curfew till August 10th except for containment zones which are governed by the orders issued by the collector. In Arunachal Pradesh, 8 residential buildings including a prayer center of Itanagar Capital region have been identified and declared as containment zones. Further, the state government has decided to provide 2 basic life-saving ambulances and 1 advanced life-saving ambulance to all 26 districts of the state. Arunachal government on Sunday extended lockdown in Itanagar Capital region till 3rd August to break the chain of local transmission of COVID-19. The state in a single day spurt registered 90 new COVID-19 cases, which is the highest during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of active cases to 455. Of the new cases detected in the last 24 hours in 8 districts, 56 are from Itanagar Capital region, while 282 patients have recovered and discharged. 3 people have lost their lives in the state so far. In Uttar Pradesh's Lucknow, lockdown has been imposed in 4 regions of the city till 24th of July. All localities falling under the jurisdiction of the Ashiana, Indranagar, Sarojini Nagar and Ghazipur have been turned into containment zones. Complete lockdown will be imposed in all markets and business establishments. However, essential services will continue to operate. All places of religious importance will be open, but have to strictly follow the norms of social distancing and other health-related guidelines. Meanwhile, all establishments and services that are IT enabled will continue to function. Lucknow has been witnessing an unprecedented rise in the number of COVID-19 cases, with over 200 cases being reported in the last 24 hours. In order to contain the increasing number of cases, areas having 10 or more containment zones will be placed in the most sensitive category and will be put under complete lockdown. As inspired by Prime Minister's call of local for vocal, the Khadi and Village Industries Commission is helping the migrant laborers in Varanasi to earn their livelihood while staying in their homes. A center of KVIC at Sevapuri is running a pottery campaign for the migrant workers and training them in making earthen lamps, sculptures of deities and other pottery items. This initiative by the MSME ministry is proving beneficial in providing employment to migrant workers. The COVID-19 pandemic has overshadowed all festivals falling during this particular period, including the Ganesh Chaturthi festival, one of the most important festivals of Maharashtra. The state government has issued a detailed guideline for the festival. The government has capped the maximum height of the idol at 4 feet. The 10-day festival will begin on 22nd of August.
As the world continues to face the danger of COVID-19, Maharashtra government has issued a detailed guideline on Ganesh Utsav. It has made it mandatory for all mandals to take prior permission from the concerned municipality or local authority for Ganesh Utsav celebrations. The government has also capped the maximum idol height at 4 feet. The government has directed that even the idols installed at home cannot be taller than 2 feet. In view of the prevailing circumstances, cultural organizations have also taken note of it.
महामारी मेरे ख्याल से 2-2.5 लाख गणपति बैठेंगे, उसके ऊपर तो नहीं बैठेगा, यानी बनेगी भी नहीं और है भी नहीं मार्केट में माल। और घरगुती जो ऑर्डर देने आते थे वो लोग भी नहीं आ रहे हैं और सार्वजनिक वाले भी बहुत कम आ रहे हैं, नहीं के बराबर है। गवर्नमेंट ने जो लाइन दी हुई है हमारे को, अरे 3 फुट 4 फुट का गणपति बनाया, हम उसमें सहमत हैं, क्योंकि महामारी इतनी बड़ी है कि इसको सपोर्ट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है।
Mandals have also decided not to take out tableau and cancel their cultural programs in view of coronavirus crisis.
समूचे देश में, समूचे जग में जो प्रतिकूल परिस्थिति निर्माण हुई है, उसे देखते हुए हम अत्यंत कम इसमें यानी काफ़ी कम मात्रा में गणेशोत्सव साजरा करेंगे। इसमें किसी भी प्रकार का जल्लोष, किसी भी प्रकार की लाइटिंग, डेकोरेशन, बैंड नहीं रहेगा और लोगों को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सेहत के विषय से जागरूक करने के लिए हम लोग प्रयत्न करेंगे। गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा जो निर्देश दिए हैं उन सारे निर्देशों का हम अत्यंत पालन करेंगे।
Maharashtra government has urged all mandals committees to ensure district compliance of social distancing. It has also geared up to the challenges head on due to ongoing pandemic. It has advised Ganesh mandals to postpone immersions of idols. The 10-day Ganesh Chaturthi festival, during which Sarvajanik mandals install idols in roadside pandals, will begin from August 22. With inputs from Nagpur Bureau, DD India.
Well, moving to the northeast and the flood situation there in the state of Assam, the flood scenario in Assam remains somewhat unchanged, although water level receded further in some rivers of Assam in the past 24 hours. 5 more people have lost their lives in the last 24 hours, which has increased the death toll in the state to 84. With 26 deaths due to landslide this year, the death toll due to floods and landslides stand at 110 in the state of Assam. As on date, 2,400 villages under 70 revenue circles in 24 districts are reeling under flood water. The worst affected districts are Golpara, Barpeta, Morigaon and Dhubri. Rivers at various places of at least 8 districts are above danger mark and more than 1,12,000 hectares of cropland are submerged. There are 301 relief camps operating across the state, sheltering about 50,000 people. Chief Minister of Assam yesterday accessed the ground flood situation and met the affected people in Morigaon district. During his visit, Chief Minister Sonowal thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for constituting a high-level committee under Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog to find lasting solutions of flood and erosion problems faced by the people of Assam. The flood situation in Bihar remains critical in 8 most affected districts, as many major rivers are still flowing above the danger mark at many places. In Sitamarhi, the river Bagmati and Adwara are flowing above the danger mark. Buri Gandak is above the danger mark in Samastipur, while Kamla Balan is flowing above the danger mark in Madhubani. The river Mahananda is flowing above the red mark in Purnia. Meanwhile, the number of inundated Gram Panchayats in the state has escalated to 153, with nearly 3 lakh people being affected by floods. Over 12,000 people have so far been shifted to safer places, while around 3,000 people are living in 7 relief camps. No loss of life has been reported so far due to flood, but as many as 8 people have lost their lives in the lightning strike incident in different districts of Bihar in the last 24 hours. A total of 120 people have lost their lives due to lightning incidents in Bihar this year. The Met Office has predicted heavy rainfall in certain districts of Simachal and northeastern Bihar during the next 48 hours. Moving to Uttarakhand, where the water level increased in the Gori River due to incessant rainfall in the Munshiari Tehsil of the Pithoragarh district. Pithoragarh DM said all affected families have been shifted to a safer place and will be provided compensation. Local administration said that efforts are being made to restore the movement on roads which are damaged. The Met Department has issued an orange category warning for Uttarakhand for today and tomorrow. An orange category warning indicates that the disaster management and local authorities should prepare for disaster control. A quick look at the COVID numbers when it comes to the world. The coronavirus has claimed the lives of 6,05,000 people worldwide, while over 1,44 lakhs have contracted the infection. USA is and Brazil remains the worst affected countries in terms of COVID-19 infections and fatalities. USA has so far recorded 37,63,000 cases and over 1,40,000 deaths, while Brazil has crossed the 20 lakh mark and recorded 20,98,000 infections and over 78,488 deaths. Talking of the death toll worldwide, USA and Brazil are followed by the United Kingdom, which has a death toll of 45,385, further followed by Mexico, Italy and France. Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea endured a Wembley nightmare as Chelsea strolled to victory and set up an FA Cup final date with Arsenal on the 1st of August. Goals from Oliver Giroud, Mason Mount and Harry Maguire own goal sealed the win, with Bruno Fernandes' 85th minute penalty merely a consolation. It means Frank Lampard's first season as Chelsea manager will end with a cup final. It will be a harder route to a second final in August, with Chelsea trailing 0-3 to Bayern Munich in the Champions League round of 16. Chelsea and United will be hoping to secure Champions League spots in the upcoming final week of the English Premier League season and not be relying on winning continental competitions to qualify. Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, moved into the World Championship lead for the first time this season with a dominant victory in the Hungarian Grand Prix. The Mercedes driver pulled off an 8-second lead in 3 wet laps at the start of the race before switching to dry tyres and controlled the race from there on. Lewis even had time to stop for fresh tyres with 3 laps to go to grab the extra point for the fastest lap. Valtteri Bottas failed in an attempt to pass the Red Bull's Max Verstappen for second, giving Hamilton a 5-point lead over his teammate after 3 races. Verstappen's second place was extraordinary, for he crashed on the laps to the grid and damaged both his front wing and suspension. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. Thanks for watching. Do take good care of yourself and do not forget to maintain social distancing. Bye for now.